packing your bags, we want to let you know all the things G Adventures is doing to make you feel safe, confident, and over the moon about traveling with us again. We've launched a number of initiatives to reassure you about your choice to book your next adventure with us. You can find all the details on our website, but here's a look at what traveling with us looks like now. You've probably heard about our flexible Book with Confidence policy, but now we want to show you what we're doing on our tours. Our Travel with Confidence policy covers all the new health and safety procedures you'll find on your next trip. First up, you'll fill out a self-screening COVID-19 questionnaire online before you leave to help ensure you and your fellow travelers are healthy prior to joining the tour. We're also encouraging all travelers to get tested prior to the tour. Flexible rebooking terms will be available if needed. You've made it! The first thing you'll notice is that your CEO is wearing a face mask and knows all about physical distancing. That's because they will have completed mandatory G Adventures COVID-19 health and safety training. They will also be fully up to speed with all of the local health and safety requirements to make sure you and your fellow travelers feel safe wherever you go. You'll get a full rundown during the welcome meeting, not to mention lots of friendly waving. We've always kept our group small, so don't worry about feeling crowded. That said, physical distancing will be practiced wherever we go.
Hi, welcome. Thank
We'll
you
be
for
asking
tuning
you to
in to
wash your
Weeknights
hands
with
and use hand
Wondergirl.
sanitizer frequently, like you've already gotten used to. Think of us as a friendly voice inside your head, reminding you to wash up. Face masks will be required when on vehicles and in crowded areas, so don't forget to pack them. And hand sanitizer. And your underwear. Never forget that. Crowds have never been our thing because it can spoil an authentic travel experience, and now we just have more reason to avoid them. We've worked closely with our hotel partners to further up their cleaning game with even more intensive cleanings of guest rooms and high-traffic areas, using disinfecting laundry detergent, providing personal protective equipment for all staff, and regular
Hey, good
staff health
evening,
screenings.
good afternoon, or
If
good
it makes you feel
morning.
more
Welcome to
comfortable,
Weeknights with
you can ask that no
Wondergirl.
staff enter your room after you've checked in, except in case of emergencies, of course. Hop aboard one of our private vehicles or boats, and you may notice the result of their heightened daily deep cleanings. You'll have an assigned seat each day, no calling window seat, and our drivers and staff will be wearing face masks and subject to regular health screenings. Don't forget your hand sanitizer if you'd like to use it, because we'll encourage you to use it often. In situations where we use public transportation, we will follow all local health and safety regulations. One of the best parts of traveling is food, so don't worry, we're still going to be doing plenty of eating. For included meals, we've selected places to visit which provide heightened cleaning of tables, chairs, and other shared objects before and after use, and do a deep cleaning of the entire restaurant or eating areas every day. And food handlers will be wearing masks at all times.
I think we can take the masks off now.
When we can, your group will have a private table or even your own room to enjoy the meal and allow for physical distancing.
I think that's what a
Sometimes
lot
we
of
might
us
even grab a
aspire to
bite
do when we go
outside.
overseas, right? Maybe to take the
Don't
mask
worry,
off.
we're still making room for lots of fun, optional activities. You'll be asked to self-screen daily to help ensure you can take advantage of all the fun safely. That's a lot to take in, so how about a quick recap? What's new on tours? Masks, physical distancing, lots of hand washing. Travelers are encouraged to self-screen daily, as well as all new health and safety procedures. While our tours have changed a bit for the time being, the one thing that hasn't and never will, you have the power to change the world just by having the time of your life. We've been doing it for 30 years and we're not stopping now, because it's time to re-travel. We can't wait to share a big, beautiful world with you.
All right. So good evening, good afternoon, or good morning to you, depending on where you are calling in from. Welcome to Weeknights with Wondergirls live broadcast.
Hi, I'm Mabel.
Hey, I'm Cheryl.
Thank you all so
Right.
much for joining us this evening. Hope you enjoyed the little introductory video we had earlier on about G Adventures. which is what our live broadcast tonight is all about. Tonight, Weeknights with Wonder Girls, I'll be sharing more about G Avengers to give everybody an introduction of what G Avengers is all about.
Yes. So Mabel, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Oh, Master Fong is
All
online.
right. Oh, Master Fong is online. Hi. Okay,
Hello.
the screen is looking good here. So when you are ready, Mabel, you can start.
Okay, sure. So here I go. So first off, before I move further, just to share with everybody how to switch off your auto caption if you find that it is annoying you while I'm speaking. So what you can do is you tap on the screen, and then after that you'll see a settings button popping up, and you click on that and you can tap on close the captions. So tonight I'll be sharing with you why did Travel Wonder choose to partner with G Avengers, and who is G Avengers. So why did we choose to partner with G Avengers? Because G Avengers is known to be a reputable company with over 30 years experience in the small group and active travel business. They share the same travel philosophies with Travel Wonder. We all believe in offering authentic, local, intimate experiences to our guests. And G Adventures offer lots of interesting trip destinations, which we believe will provide our travelers with more choices. Okay, so here are the 6 main reasons why we choose G Adventures. For the small groups, book and travel with confidence, locally based guides built to support local communities, flexibility, freedom, and fun, as well as their G for good. I'll go into detail in the next few slides. Small groups. G Adventures, each departure features not more than 16 travelers. On average, they carry about 10 to 12 passengers per trip. If you're traveling solo, you are very welcome to go on the trip as well. You can have the option to either request for a roommate, or if you prefer to have the room by yourself, you can actually request for a single room with a slight supplement. The trip experience is also more intimate when it comes to smaller group, so that everybody can bond well and travel, and you're actually traveling with like-minded people along the way. They have locally based guides. Do you know that all their guides are called CEOs? CEO stands for Chief Experience Officers. Why? Why do they call them the CEO? Because they are indeed the CEO of every departure or every group that they take care of. They want to make the guides feel really accountable towards the trip experiences for all the group members. All these guides are locally based expert guides, and they also have a locally based operations team in case they need to reach out to them for any emergencies. And your experience is the focus of all the CEOs. They are built to support local communities. So what do we mean by that? G Adventure actually connect travelers with local communities on a deeper level. So you stay local, so does your money. What do we mean by that? All the money that you spend on the trip, the accommodation, the meals you take, the sites that you visit, it goes towards the local businesses and the local communities. So it's actually giving back through community tourism. G for good. G for good means G Adventure is committed to making travel a force for good. Every of their trip, they make sure that the animals are well taken care of. They are not being abused for the fun of the experience of the travelers. Every trip that they go on, they make sure that there is no child welfare abuse as well. And every trip they do is all about respecting the local cultures, And they also have this traveler conduct policy. So with this policy in place, they actually inform every traveler what are the things to take note of, to do and not to do on the trip, to make sure that they follow the local culture and protocols. They book and travel with confidence. 100% guaranteed departures for all G Adventures trips. To be honest, this is the very first company that we come across that make this commitment for all their trips. They also have this lifetime deposit. What do they mean by lifetime deposit? Means to say if for any reason you have to cancel or delay your trip, your deposit remains valid till you are ready to go again. If you do not wish to go, you can pass the deposit to your family or friends, or you can also donate it to their non-profit partner, Plantera. They have the World Travel and Tourism Council Safe Travel Stamp, which means to say they have met the basic requirement on all the requirement about COVID safety travel. They make sure that all transportation and accommodation use are deep cleaned daily, and they also carefully select their food service partners during the trip. G Adventures is also all about flexibility, freedom, and fun. What do we mean by that? Freedom to follow your curiosity and discover the unknown. They have 10 unique travel styles, group tours, to actually cater to the different interests of the customers. And you can personalize your tours with amazing optional activities and get your share of free time. Because sometimes when we go on group tour, we really would like to have a little bit of free time on our own to do the things that we enjoy doing, not with the rest of the group, but maybe with ourselves. And that is what G Adventures offer as well. So what are the 10 unique travel styles that they have? They have the National Geographic Journeys, which I will go on in detail later. They have the Jane Goodall collection, which I will also share more later. They have the Classic Tours. Classic Tours actually are a sweet spot between the backpacking travel and guided tour. They give you a good balance of guided and free time. Rail Tour. Their rail tour will feature iconic railways such as the Glacier Express in Switzerland, Darjeeling Himalayan Railway in India, and the Trans-Siberian Railway. All these rail trips actually bring you deeper access to remote places. They also have the 18 to 30 somethings tour. So this 18 to 30 somethings tour caters to a specific age group, which is 18 to 39 years old. There's the Marine Tour. The Marine Tour features expedition cruises, Galapagos cruises, sailing, and river cruises. There's also the wellness trips. So wellness trips are trips that nourish the mind and recharge your body. So they could include yoga retreats as well. There's also local living. Local living is all about really experiencing how the locals live. So when you are over there, you'll be staying at one accommodation throughout the entire trip. We don't call that a hotel. We actually call that the home, the local home that you'll be staying in for the entire week or so. And you'll be experiencing all the things that the locals will do around their neighborhood, surrounding the home area that you're staying. There's the active trips. Active trips includes hiking, biking, multi-sports, and all these equipments will be provided for when you go on such trips. We also have family holidays. So family trips, they introduce the children to the inner workings of other culture as well as outdoor learning. On average, they carry about 12 people per group, and they also will give you an indicated age range for this particular trip, so that at least you know, okay, if you want to book the trip on your children on it, do they fit the same age profile, so that everybody will have a good time on the same trip. Now let me share more about the Jane Goodall collection. So this Jane Goodall collection is a selection of 20 incredible wildlife-focused tours. It provides a unique opportunities to see some of the planet's most fascinating animals and step deeper into the animal kingdom while respecting all of its subjects. And it also supports the Jane Goodall Institute. So this Jane Goodall collection is not limited to we have the highlights of Madagascar, Costa Rica Adventure, Alaska Journeys, Falklands, South Georgia, and Antarctica, Realm of the Polar Bear, just to name a few. So in case you are wondering who is Jane Goodall, she is a world-renowned ethologist, and her institute has the mission to protect the wildlife and empower local community. So let's hear a little short introduction from Dr. Jane Goodall herself.
Hello, I'm Jane Goodall. Travel opens one's eyes to the glorious diversity of cultures and wildlife in different parts of the world, and hopefully the traveler will return with an understanding of the urgent needs to protect our beautiful planet before it is too late. G-Adventures will be supporting the work of JGI Canada by donating a share of the proceeds from a series of journeys inspired by our work. And I want to congratulate G-Adventures on their animal welfare policy that is so aligned with our values. Our institute supports research into the behavior of wild chimpanzees and community-based conservation programs that protect chimpanzees and their forest environments. Through our Roots and Shoots program, now in nearly 100 countries, we encourage young people to develop projects to make this a better world for people, all animals, and the environment we share. Connecting with nature and having respect for animals is really important for the well-being of our human spirit.
Next on, I'll touch on National Geographic Journeys with G Adventures. They also have the National Geographic Family Journeys with G Adventures. So what are these trips about? They're about taking you deeper into the culture and history of the places visited. It connects you to the fascinating people and projects supported by Nat Geo and G Adventures. You'll actually receive pre-trip articles from National Geographic, and all the chief experience officers have specialized National Geographic training. What do they feature? They feature upgraded accommodations, means they are selected based on how well they represent the unique character of the place that you are visiting. They support the community projects and initiatives and improve the livelihood of the places visited, and it also help further the work of National Geographic scientists, explorers, and educators around the world. So what are some of the National Geographic family journeys and National Geographic journeys? We have like Discover Portugal, highlights of Bolivia, iconic Portugal and Spain, iconic Ireland, iconic Italy, the Inca Explorer. We also have some trips to America, like the Discover American Canyonlands, so on and so forth. So what are the destinations that G Adventures visit or that they cover? So there is firstly Europe. So the picture here is of the Moroccan Ben Hadod Stone Arch. They cover places like the Turkey Lycian Way Ancient Ruins, Italy Cinque Terre Venezia Walk of the Gods Hike Viewpoint, Iceland Big Selgerfors Waterfall Mist, Portugal Madeira La Verda Caldera Verde Trail. And they also cover places like South America. So South America, they have like hiking in this Argentina, Patagonia, Mount Fitzroy Lagoon. That's also hiking at Machu Picchu in Peru, the Inca Trails of Peru, Argentina, Patagonia, Calton, Ecuador, Galapagos, Bartolome Island. It also covers Africa. Africa, they also visit Kenya and Bosole National Park, the African Tanzania, Kilimanjaro Lava Tower, Tanzania, Serengeti Safari 3 lions. If you look carefully, you can actually see there's plenty of lions lazing on the tree. G-Adventure also covers Central America and the Caribbean. Featured here is Mexico, Merida, Cenote, Mexico, Palenque ruins, Costa Rica, La Fortuna Suspension Bridge. Covered too is North Africa and the Middle East, like the Jordan Wadi Rum Desert, Jordan Petra by night. Lovely, isn't it, the scenery? Egypt, Abu Simbel Temple, and of course the Egypt pyramids. North America is covered too. Featured here is the United States Hawaii Molokai Cliffs. Here is the Utah Zion National Park. We have the Arizona Grand Canyon. And they also cover Asia, as well as Oceania and the polar regions. So if you have any inquiries or if you like to book a G-Adventure holidays, you can always reach out to the Wonder Girls, which is Cheryl and myself. You can email to us or you can SMS or WhatsApp us at the number below. Our next Weeknight with Wonder Girls is on the 22nd September at 8:30 p.m. We will share more with you in due time. Thank you so much. So this is my part for the presentation on G-Adventures, just to give everybody a brief introduction. So if you have any questions on that, now is the time for you to raise it up and we'll be more than happy to answer them.
Yes, thank you, Mabel. Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put it into the comments box and then we will answer them one by one. So Mabel, just now, actually, if you didn't mention about the lions on the tree, I didn't even notice that there's actually a couple of lions on the tree when you are visiting Tanzania.
They blend very
Wow.
well with the environment, right? So that's why I think when we visit all these national parks, we really need the local expert to help us point out where to spot the animals because they blend in so well with the environment. It's very hard for us to really go and I mean we are not trained, so easily we will just pass by.
Mm.
It's the same
As
thing
you
when
are
I was looking at the picture, I was like, huh? Where's the lion? It took me a while to identify them.
as you are presenting that it set me thinking that why would the lion be able to climb up the tree? Then I realized, oh yeah, because lions belongs to the cat family also, right?
Yes,
That is the
correct.
reason why they can climb trees.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's not only just to go there to enjoy the holiday. I think it's also a very good education for us also.
It is. It's really like a wildlife education, and then we have
Yes,
we don't even need to read it from the textbook. Everything is live in front of you, and you don't have to read through all the information because the guide will be sharing it with you, and so making the whole experience all the more interesting for everyone.
exactly, exactly. Okay, let me see if there is any questions coming in from the floor.
All right.
Okay, so for those who have just tuned in to our Weeknights with Wonder Girls live broadcast, a very good evening, good afternoon, or good morning to you.
Welcome,
Okay,
welcome.
I have a questions here.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Does G Adventures accept all travelers on tours regardless their vaccination status?
Oh yes, yes they do. They actually have two separate tour. They categorize it separately. Okay, one of the tours they call it the vaccinated trips, and then the other one is called travel ready tours. So for the
I
vaccinated
see.
tours,
Mm,
everybody who joined that trip will have to be vaccinated, okay, with 2 doses of the vaccine, and then you'll be able to join those trips. Then when it comes to travel ready tours, actually is the option is either you are vaccinated, or if for some reason you cannot get vaccinated, you can actually do the PCR test. So as long as you get a negative test results within 96 hours of the trip, you'll be able to
mm-hmm.
go onto that trip as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good news. So my next
Yeah.
question will be, so what are some of the tours we can consider for the next few months, at least until March 2022?
Oh, they actually have about 36 vaccinated and travel ready tours that is valid until
Oh,
March 2022.
okay.
So,
All right.
but we take it one step further, because for Singapore, we have the
Mm,
VTL that is open up,
mm,
right? So we have
yes.
actually shortlisted the tours that is valid under the VTL arrangement. So let me
Mm,
share that with everyone here.
sure. Oh, you got it all prepared.
Yes. So we have the
Okay,
vaccinated and
quick,
travel
quick.
ready
Tell
tours.
us about it.
All right. So some of the tours, like around Europe, what we have is the first tour is the 6 days hiking the Canary Islands. So it is a 6 day tour. Price starts from 1,259 per person. So these are the departure dates. We have from January 7, February 4, March 4. Of course, I couldn't put in all the dates there. So there's many more. And if you're interested, you can always drop us a WhatsApp or SMS. They will be happy to share more. Then there's also the 7 days sailing the Canary Islands. This trip starts from $1,094 per person. We have the local living Amalfi Coast. This is a winter departure. So there is already departures even this December, December 20th and 27th. If not, you can consider for March next year. The next one we have is 7 days Northern Sicily and the Volcanoes. So that trip is from 1,673 per person, and departures are from March onwards. Next up, what do we have? We have also the best of Spain, best of southern Spain. This trip is from 1,835 per person. Departures from January onwards. We have 6 days hiking Ibiza. This trip is at 1,043 per person. Departure actually from March onwards. And we have hiking the southern Spain. Hang on a minute because my screen is blocked a bit, so I can't really see the. Okay, we have hiking
Okay.
southern Spain, authentic Andalusia. So this trip is 881 per person. Departure is from March onwards. So other than Europe, they also have for USA. Again, USA under the VTL, we have the 7 days California National Park Discovery. This trip is from 2,087 per person. We have the 9 days Best of California from 2,700 onwards per person. There's also the 7 days Best of Utah and Arizona National Parks, if you are really into all the national parks. Then we have the 16 days American National Parks Explorer. When I was reading through all the itineraries, especially for the national parks, it really makes
Mhm.
you drool, with all the beautiful sceneries that you get to see, like what is featured at the back of this slide. Yeah, it really is like postcard picture perfect. Okay, they continuing on for US, we also have the 16 days Vegas and California National Parks. There's a 9 days road tripping American West, 18 days Ultimate American West Discovery, as well as the 14 days Zion to San Francisco Adventure. So all these trips that I mentioned earlier on, all are valid under the VTL arrangement with Singapore. So you can easily book a flight over to join these tours. You don't need to worry about whether is their borders open or not, because all these come under the BTL arrangement between Singapore and the respective countries stated there. Yeah.
Mm. Very good, very good. And then I see that some of the tours are short, so we can also probably do mix and match if we want to go for a longer extended holidays during this period of time.
Yes, that's right. Because now when we, for example, some of these trips are 6 days, the Canary Islands, we have 6 days hiking in Ibiza. So sometimes when we go over, we don't just want to visit one place. So you can
Mm.
add in the pre-tour, pre-trip arrangement and post-trip arrangement, and you can do whatever that you like, that you have been deprived of for the past 2 years. Whether you like to do museum visits, shopping, or that the time is yours, you can feel free to explore. So these 6 days capture the essence of the area. Then the rest of the days you can plan on your own and explore further.
Mm, wonderful. I particularly like the one local living in, is it Sicily?
Amalfi Coast.
Oh, Amalfi Coast. Yes, I think I would love
Yes,
that. Live like a local.
yes. I think it's really because their local living is you're actually living in the home of a local. So
Mm.
it's not like a hotel accommodation. So you really feels like it's like stepping into your own apartment. Yeah. And then the places you visit are all within the vicinity of your apartment. So it's really like getting a authentic taste of how being a local is like.
Mm.
Because you'll be staying there for like 6, 7 days. So you really get to mingle with the local, chit chat, do all the local sites. Yeah, it's
You can
wonderful
think like you
experience.
are an Italian for at least 7 days.
Yes, correct.
Okay, let me see what are some of the other questions that is coming up.
Okay.
Okay, this one. Are there any age restriction on G Adventures tours? Because during the presentation just now
Hmm.
you mentioned something about, is it 18 to 35 years old?
39, 18 to
Oh,
39.
39. Okay. And anyway,
Yes.
I'm already over the age group. Yeah.
Yeah, why
Okay,
you
is
like
there
just
something
because
for
your
me?
age?
Is there something for me?
Yeah, okay.
As long as
There
anybody
is
can
definitely
go.
something for you. Yes. So, okay, when it
Mm.
comes to the 18 to 30 somethings tour, that one is only for 18 to 39 years old. Okay, so for that trip, there is an age restriction, age range. But for all the other trips, right, there's actually no cap into maximum age that you can go on their trip. As long as you think you
Mhm.
can do the trip, you're fit enough, just go ahead and do it. But there is certain trips that have minimum age. Firstly, if you are traveling on your own independently, you must be 18 years old and above. That's the minimum.
Okay, point
And
noted.
if, yeah, so yes. And if you are traveling with family, so that's where you have a different age for that. So for family tours, the age range for is minimum 6 years old to 17 for children to be considered a child under the family tour. So 6 to 17 years old. For non-family tours, that means on all the other tours that you want to go on, the minimum age is 12 years old. And it has to be accompanied with an adult on such trips. Yes. So
Okay.
on those non-family tours, it will be you can do one adult, two child, no problem. On family tours, there's no restriction in terms of like how one adult to how many children. Yeah, it's only on the normal
Hey.
tours is maximum one adult, two child.
Okay. Here we have a question from Uncle Lau. Hi, Uncle Lau. Good evening to you.
Hello, nice to see
Uncle Lau
you.
out. Uncle Lau asked 75 okay or not?
Okay, confirm okay. You go confirm okay. Oh, where did the time go? So one, 75. Yeah, that one confirm okay.
Yeah, confirm okay, no problem. Hey, here I got someone I can pick my brain on. Angeline, hello. Good evening to you. She did the local living in Amalfi Coast.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, I can ask her for all the tips. How can I live more like an Italian if I want to
Yes,
go next year?
correct.
Yeah. And then Tango. Hi Tango.
Mm.
Tango have a question here.
Yes,
He asked, is our price all quoted in SGD?
yes. All the price listed earlier on that I mentioned, they're all in Singapore dollars.
Okay. Right. Let me see what are.
Mm.
So after we talk about the age restriction, now I want to know who are my traveling companions on G Adventure tours.
Okay, so for G Adventures, you will not know beforehand who you are traveling with because they have to respect the privacy of all their tour members. Yes. So, but what you will know is that the tour, it will be English speaking tour, okay, because they actually cater to tourists from all over the world, international travelers. Most of their customers come from North America, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Europe. Yeah, but in terms of exactly who you'll be traveling with and all that, they will not be able to share details. But at least you know that okay, it's an international group of travelers, international English speaking group of travelers. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, then what about like, okay, we say approximately lah, agak-agak. When
Mm.
I travel on such G Adventures tour, what are generally the kind of like age groups that we are looking into? You know, I want to feel young. Are we traveling with a lot of young people, or generally they are more of the younger ones? It's just like on
Mm-hmm.
travel wonder tours. Generally, our age groups are like between the 35 up to as fit as you are, as young as you are. So on G Adventure tours, are they really much skewed to the young people, or they are actually more for the uh, adults?
Okay,
How do
so
I
one of
say?
the reasons
Without
why we
without offending anyone. You know what I mean, right? For the mature
yes,
adults. Or for the mature kids, okay. Maybe this one will fit
yes,
everybody for the mature kids.
actually one of the reason why we choose to partner with G Adventures, right, is because their client profile is very similar to our client profile. In terms of we identified that actually a lot of people who really wants to go on active holidays, okay, they not necessarily be very young at age. That's what everybody always think. The adventure tours or those that require a lot of walking and all that only attract the youngsters lah. uh, but actually no, because every one of us, when we travel, we also want to see something different, do something different, do according to what interests us. And there's no age limit in terms of that. So there's no restriction saying only the young ones can do it. Uh, so in terms, most of their clients are also above the age of 35, let's say. We will say the mature working adults, yes, who enjoy all these different style of travel. They could have been traveling quite a bit before, so now they want to try something more authentic, more intimate kind of experience, or it could be their first time. So for their first time, they also want. Everybody has a first time. I want to try new things, so
Mm,
it could be their first time wanting to try this kind of small group travel. Yes, and if it's a first timer, then we will say go for the classic tours. At least it
mm,
give you a good sampler of what G Adventures is all about.
mm.
Mm.
Okay, good introduction on that. Hello, Fiona.
Hi, Fiona.
Welcome. Yeah, I know you are forever young, even though your body is, yeah, no lah. It takes time,
No
okay?
lah.
Come enjoy our activities more, and then you'll feel younger and younger again. Right. Angeline commented that she made some very good friends on G Adventure tours,
Mm.
and then some of them she's still in touch with, such as an Italian couple that she acquainted with.
Yes, I think that's the
Yeah, let
beauty
me.
of it. When
Mm,
you're because we are traveling in a small group, you really get to make very uh, close connections, with the people that you met that you're traveling with. Because smaller group, you have more, be able to get more attention or give more attention to one another. Mm.
all right, exactly. Okay. This question. What type of clothing should I pack for one of the adventure tours?
Okay. So if we talk about the adventure tours, of course, we recommend packing as light as possible. Lah. Yeah, but it also depends on the trip that you are, the specific trip that you actually book on. So before your departure, there will be a trip details documentation given out to you to let you know what are the suggested list of things to pack for the trip. So
Mm,
usually what we tell everybody is, yes, you must read the trip documentation and pack accordingly so that you'll be well
mm,
prepared for the trip. The more well prepared you are, the more enjoyment you get from the trip.
mm.
Mm,
Exactly. I think it's very important to do your pre-departure homework to get yourself
yes,
well prepared, and then you will really enjoy your tour, so that you don't have to worry that, oh, I forget to bring this or that,
yeah,
to
that's right.
fully immerse yourself and enjoy the vacation.
Mm.
Okay, here's another question. Okay, this question is from me, okay? So please don't laugh at my
Okay.
bimbo question. Okay, this is
Uh-huh.
what I want to ask. What is the most appropriate type of luggage to bring on the tour?
Okay, so for G Adventures, right, highly recommend that instead of a luggage, okay, you bring a backpack or a duffel bag. Because why? Because suitcase can be quite cumbersome and may be difficult to store in buses or under the seats because it depends on the trip that you go on. Sometimes the transportation use is not because we are talking about small group travel, so definitely it's not big coaches, with plenty of luggage space for you to store your
Mm,
luggage. Yeah, so it's better to bring something more compact. Duffel bag or backpack, why we recommend that is because sometimes certain places when you are pulling your suitcase with wheel, it
mm.
may not be so suitable. Next thing you know, your wheel also come off as you pull it, Then you have to buy a new luggage when you're over there. Yeah. So and then normally you have to carry your own luggage on and off the buses, the trains, or
Mm,
the cruises. So it's better to pack light on the trip
mm,
as much as you can.
mm.
Yeah, rather than bring a
Thanks for
luggage.
the thanks for the reminder, because I remember now that a lot of the villages or even the countrysides that you go to, right? Their old
Mm,
towns are all covered streets.
yes,
So it makes that pulling of luggage even more difficult over those covered pavements or even on the
correct.
small roads. Okay,
Yeah, that's right.
good.
Mm.
All right. Okay. Uncle Lau has a question here. I'll leave it to Mabel to answer.
Of course, you call your Wonder Boy, permanent one, no expiry at all. Yeah, for Uncle Lau.
Angeline says that Uncle Lau is a wonder boy and a wonder man as well. Okay, Fiona have a question here. She's
Mm-hmm.
asking that perhaps you can share some examples of light and not so light kind of adventure itineraries. Maybe we can bring up just now the slides that you show about vaccinated and travel ready tours, and then you probably can point out uh, what
Okay.
are considered the light tours and what are not so light tours.
Okay, this one, talking about this. Yeah. So some of course, not so light one will be like the hiking, like the first one that we see, the hiking the Canary Islands. The lighter kind of adventure tours will be the rest of the programs that is stated here.
So can I
Okay.
say that if I see those
Mm.
itinerary with the word
Mm.
hike or hiking, it means that you have to put
Yes.
in a little bit more energy.
Yes, that's right. Because they come
Okay.
under the adventure tours of under adventure category lah. Yeah, so you
Mm,
do need
mm,
to have a little bit more physical ability to do these tours comfortably. Yeah.
mm, I know what to
So
recommend to Fiona. I know she will like it. It's the Amalfi Coast, the local
yeah,
living
and
Amalfi Coast.
you can go with her together.
Or maybe the sailing from the Canary Islands.
Yes, I think the
Yeah,
sailing one will be very nice.
I don't know why I'm into a lot of active sailing itinerary as well as active drinking itinerary for 2022. So something like sailing, all these will catch my eyes.
Ah, so you can also
Mm.
go and try lah for 2022 sailing the Canary Islands.
Yes, I think that would be so lovely to spend about 6 nights on board the cruise, do nothing under the sun,
Mm,
right? Just eat and
chilling,
sail.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think so, yes.
yeah.
Okay, so another example, we have like hiking Ibiza, hiking southern Spain. So these are the ones that requires a little bit not so light lah kind of program. Then like the US, actually US a lot of the national
Mm.
parks require a lot of walking. So you do have to prepare yourself for the amount of walk you need to explore all the various national parks. Yeah. So like the Zion and to San Francisco adventure,
Mm-hmm.
the name itself already tell you like it's not gonna be so light compared to the other programs.
So must read into the title and into the itineraries, right?
Yes, that's right. Importantly is have to go and read into the itinerary to see whether the inclusions there, do you think it is suitable for you? Whether you enjoy it. If not, there's so many other types of trade styles that we can always recommend you. You can always get in touch with us. Let us know what type of styles you prefer. Then we will recommend the suitable ones for you to select from.
Yes, exactly. So this evening, our
Mm.
live broadcast is all about an introduction to G Adventures. So if you would like to know more about the itineraries that Mabel have just briefly introduced to all of us, please feel free to drop us a text or even onto the comments box here, which we are going to read through them later on. And then
Yes,
we will send you the direct link to the itineraries with the details. Otherwise, at
that's right.
any time, please save our number, and then you can always drop us a message in any of the instant messaging app that you use. We are almost on most of the platforms. So our details
Mm-hmm.
are stated here below in the crawler. So please feel free to get in touch with us anytime. Do you have let me see, I have one comment here. Fiona says it's a light adventure. Yes, that's right. Yep.
She's keeping the
Let me
sailing
take a
one in
look.
mind. Great.
Definitely, definitely. Me too. We can go together. Yeah, let me take a look at the time. Okay, now it's already 9:15. So, does anyone have any more questions, or you feel that there's anything you want to chit chat with us here more? And then maybe, although tonight is G Adventures night, huh? Let's sell a little bit of Boyo here for Travel Wonder. We have so
Mm.
far three trips that we have firm for 2022. I see
2022.
I cannot even
Yes.
keep up with the year. This year just flies so fast.
Yeah, so fast. Time is like blink and then the time is gone.
Yes, and then
Yes,
we are
we
we
have
are now
three
like
trips.
3 weeks to 2022.
Mm.
Gosh.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah. So we have three
Mm.
trips.
Mm.
One will be I if everything goes as
Okay.
according to plan, we don't have any impromptu arrangement coming up. The first trip will be in April where we will be going to Italy. It will be a cycling trip in Italy. We are going to cycle from Venice all the way to Florence. That will take
Nice.
place in April. Yeah. And then the following month in May, we will be going to cycling in Switzerland.
Yes,
And that
that's
will
right.
be around Lake Constance.
Yes.
Yeah, is that an 8 day program or 7 days program, Mabel?
This is a 7 days program.
Mm, So all these trips, one of us will be heading on, and then we are going to experience how self-guided um, active holiday
Mm.
is going to be all about.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
And then
right.
in June, we will be going for a walk in
Yes,
UK, in
that's right.
the England district where Shakespeare is born, or that's where his hometown is. right, in the Cotswolds area.
Yes. This is
Yeah.
an 8 days
So if you need
trip.
more, yeah. If you need more information, please feel free to let us know, and then we will send you the direct link to the itinerary with all the information in there.
Mm.
Yep. Okay, let me see anything else. Angeline says it's already 10:15 in Korea. Yeah, time for bed.
Yeah.
Okay, yo, Stratford upon Avon. Yes, that's right. Thanks
Yes.
for the reminder. That's where Shakespeare's hometown is, right?
Mm.
Hope I got my history right.
The birthplace
A
of William
birthplace.
Shakespeare. Yes. Stratford
Okay.
upon Avon. Yeah.
Yeah. So if there is no more questions, we shall end our live broadcast for tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning, depending on where you are calling in from. um, okay.
All right. I
Yes,
think,
so far so good. Yep.
yeah, I think all so far so good. Okay, then. Thank you all so
All right.
much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate you
Thank
tuning
you.
in. Yes. Okay. Good night. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night. Bye bye.